In the SMT field, everyone wants to learn some special knowledge like machine troubleshooting, maintenance, programming, etc. But from where you can get it? You can learn it by yourself only. No one will pass their key knowledge to you. When I was an engineer, it was the same. When I started learning SMT, no one was ready to spend time on me to teach, hence I started learning from manual. And with actual practice, I prepared each process procedure, which took a lot of time. In actuality, after getting experience, maximum persons do not share their key knowledge. Let's check why seniors do not share complete knowledge. Firstly, maybe the seniors are too busy to teach. Secondly, teaching requires some effort and time, but most of the people, even though they have time, they are not willing to put effort. Thirdly, and most importantly, seniors feel it will be risky for their position if they pass all their knowledge. Generally, seniors pass less than 50% of their knowledge, and when they pass 50%, their juniors can catch only less than 40%. I had started working in SMT in the year 1990. As in SMT field, knowledge sharing is very less. You can't take it through internet or books or articles. Even correct standards are not available. Few of the global companies have prepared their own standards, but they don't want to share it with all. These are the reasons why the SMT skill and knowledge level has not yet improved. In SMT, a maximum problem occurs when we skip the basics. Do you know what are the basics? Who is working at SMT? Everyone wants to learn machine troubleshooting or maintenance. I always explain this to my juniors that special knowledge can't be used every day. It requires rarely, 1 or 2 times in a year, or sometimes we even never require it. But in SMT, the important knowledge is the work which we do daily. Hence, the SMT basic is the work which we do daily, repeatedly. During the consulting, maximum persons focused on programming, maintenance, and troubleshooting. But when defective occurs, they were unable to clear it. And when I've analyzed the troubleshooting activities, they can't define the reason because of insufficient basic knowledge. Let's check it with an example. When solder short defect occurs, maximum operators or engineers change the screen printer parameters. They first doubt on the solder paste excess height. To reduce it, they first increase the squeezy pressure. This is actually a wrong practice. To understand why this is wrong, you need to know the SMT history. At the beginning of SMT, a squeegee blade was made up of rubber, but now the squeeze blade is made of sus. In case of the rubber blade, it was possible to reduce the solder paste quantity by increasing the pressure. As the rubber material is flexible and when pressure is applied, we can reduce the solder quantity inside the aperture. But in case of metal squeeze, even though pressure is increased, it will not affect the solder quantity in aperture. If after increasing the squeezy pressure, the solder height changes, then it means the previous parameter setting was wrong. Another issue is unnecessary adding of processes due to less knowledge. For example, right now auditors kept asking about the stencil stroke or stencil life cycle control. Do you know what is the purpose of controlling stencil strokes? Do you know if an overstroke stencil is used, then which kind of defects will occur? If you know the complete answer, means at least you know the basic knowledge of SMT. The next question is, if your line has an SPI machine, then is it required to maintain the stencil strokes? If your answer is yes, then why? And if no, then how? You need to answer these questions with evidence. Have you ever got this kind of training anywhere? We have added all these basics required on the SMT shop floor in SMT full process training course. Learn SMT basics and standards from an expert from South Korea. Get registered today and start learning. For more details, feel free to contact us. Keep sharing the information with your friends.